There's been a lot of talks of new aircraft, and we keep getting some pretty exciting ones like the Jazz 39E and the Super Hornet in War Thunder, and we haven't had talks of bombers in quite a minute. So obviously, War Thunder has a focus mostly, it seems to be on fighter aircraft, which is perfectly okay. Yet, if you take a big look at how, air forces are ran in real life, you'll actually note that they don't run mostly on fighters. I mean, well, yeah, they mostly have fighters, but it's ran on so many other aircraft. And one of those big components, even in modern air combat, are bomber aircraft. Now, for a long time, people thought that bombers were going to become obsolete, especially at the end of the Cold War. It seemed like things like more strategic strike aircraft like the F-15E Strike Eagle were going to be the future, but yet here we are with things in service like the B-52, B-2, B-21, B-1, and obviously the United States Air Force still fully believes that stealth bombers are the future, hence why we've put so much money into the B-21. Now, yeah, there are other bombers too, but for the main focus of this video, we're going to be mostly focusing on U.S. bombers. They have the most modern ones. They seem to be the only nation that gives two craps about modern bombers. China seems like they might be getting on the 6th generation bomber hype train with some of the new aircraft they're rolling out, but we're not 100% on that one for sure. And then Russia is very similar to what the B-52 is. They rely heavily on things like the Tu-95 Bear. They also have platforms that we already have in-game that are heavy, or, frontline bombers like the Su-24 and the Su-34. These are very similar to the F-15E Strike Eagle, so they kind of fill in that similar route. Similar need, similar ask for. But, obviously Russia does not necessarily need the big, heavy strategic bombers, but they do have them. So it's not like adding modern bombers is going to be very one and lopsided. It's just that not every nation has the same doctrine. Obviously, some countries that have doctrines that are more heavy related to fighter or to bombers. So that's just kind of just how it is. So if, as far as actually getting bombers in game, I really thought that this year we'd see them arrive. So I am holding on to hope that we will see things like the B-1. B-1 absolutely could fit into War Thunder. The B-52 absolutely fits into War Thunder. Really, what it comes down to, and I understand a lot of you are like, well, no, they don't fit in War Thunder. What are you talking about? Every one of these aircraft, if added properly, fit in. Here's a great example for you. The B-1 Lancer. Well, what it has going for it is it's incredibly fast, has good standoff munitions, has a very heavy bomb payload. Obviously, you think in terms of actual modern stuff that the B2 and B21 and B1 would all be very, very top tier. No, look at these, like the B52 probably be 10.3. And what you can do is you can have it just be at an incredibly high altitude with chaff and electronic countermeasures and flares, and then a rear gunner that's actually radio controlled and radar controlled. So suddenly it doesn't seem all too terrible. Keep in mind things like the B-21 Raider are supposed to carry air-to-air munitions. So you have a bomber that can also do air-to-air missions. The B-2 Spirit is going to be, the big one that everyone is all hyped on, and that is obviously because the thing is literally invisible. So, put that thing wherever you want it. It's only going to die to IR missiles. I'm actually not even too sure on what the countermeasures are like on the B-2. I know the B-52 carries a crap ton, and I'm sure the B-2 has some. I'm just not sure what the numbers are on that. Obviously, it's probably classified. And then that's another big thing with bombers is so many of this stuff's still classified. I mean, really the things that are going to be unclassified are going to be those Vietnam-era B-52s. And this is, again, the issue because the B-52's been upgraded for the last, century at this point, almost. I mean, Buff is going to be a 100-year-old platform in just a couple years. So it's kind of like, obviously it's been upgraded to be more modernized. Obviously it's not a 50-year-old plane in service currently, or a 100-year-old plane. I mean, that's just kind of crazy. But no, it goes under modern upgrades. The B-1 Lancer, again, same thing, especially the early B-1, but the B-1B, the one that is in service with the Air Force, the actual Lancer, it's going to be also have a lot of classification and stuff because it was supposed to be a nuclear platform, and they actually removed its ability to nuke, to drop nuclear weapons a while back. So it really just kind of depends on what Gaijin wants to do and what they're feeling like. And I think introductions of new game modes would be a big one. I think the actual addition to them in AirRB in proper ways is still absolutely worth it. And then obviously Ground RB, it's going to be really funny to drop ginormous guided weapons on a B2 on a T90. Anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Do you guys think we're going to see modern bomber aircraft, like heavy and stealth bombers, in 2026? Or do you guys think Gaiju's going to hold on to this kind of as a down the line when they don't really have a lot more things to add? Let me know your thoughts. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.